In the world of football, there are feats that become immortal, and one of those epic moments is Arsenal's conquest in Premier League season 2003-2004. It was a journey of overcoming, excellence, and invincibility. Arsenal, led by the legendary Arsene Wenger, not only won the most competitive league on the planet, but they did it in a way that nobody had ever done before, undefeated. And today, let's remember every detail of the heroic journey that culminated in the awarding of the Golden Trophy, a symbol of an unattainable feat for many, which became reality for the Gunners. First steps towards greatness. It all started in August 2003. Arsenal began their campaign with a convincing win over Everton. Important of things to come, the team was determined, focused, and, above all, hungry for achievements. Arsene Wenger, with his tactical vision and ability to shape teams, had already won important titles with Arsenal. This season would be different. He knew, players knew, and soon the world of football would know that this team was created for something big. Arsene Wenger, the maestro of invincibility. Arsene Wenger arrived at Arsenal in 1996, and since then he changed not only the team's style of play, but also the way football was played in England. His revolutionary ideas about fitness, nutrition, and tactics took Arsenal to a different level. And in 2003, all these changes began to bear fruit in a spectacular way. Wenger had created a team that was not only good technically, but was also an unstoppable machine of efficiency and consistency. Wenger's winning mentality was a crucial factor in Arsenal achieving glory. Wenger always believed that football should be played with style, but also with rigor. He sought a perfect balance between the art of the beautiful game and the science of tactical efficiency. His team, in many ways, was an extension of his philosophy. Talented players who understood that to win, you had to work both defensively and offensively. And that's exactly what Arsenal did in the Invincibles season. The beginning of the campaign. First victories. First challenges. In the first games of the season, Arsenal showed that they were there to make history. After the first victory against Everton, a sequence of results followed that consolidated the team's confidence. But what really made this team stand out was their ability to react to adversity. At various times, Arsenal looked like they were in trouble, either losing games or facing intense pressure from their opponents. But they'd always find a way to turn the game. Clear example was the match against Manchester United, where even under extreme pressure, Arsenal managed to hold on to a goalless draw at Old Trafford. This match, known as the Battle of Old Trafford, was a clear demonstration of this team's resilience. Provocations, the physical confrontations, nothing shook Arsenal's confidence. This was the team that did not bend in the face of any challenge. Players who made the difference. An invincible team is not just made up of a great coach, it needs exceptional players, and Arsenal had a constellation of stars. In attack, Thierry Henry was the absolute highlight. With speed, technique, and precise finishing, Henry established himself as the best striker in the world at that time. His goals were decisive in several matches, but also his ability to create opportunities for his teammates was fundamental. Dennis Bergkamp, even towards the end of his career, continued to enchant with his tactical intelligence and his millimetric passes. Bergkamp was the creative brain of this team, always looking for spaces to infiltrate and leave his teammates in a position to score. In midfield, Patrick Vieira was the general on the field. His combination of physical strength and technical skill made him one of the best midfielders in the world. And at his side, Gilberto Silva, the invisible wall, perfectly complemented Vieira's style, ensuring that the defense was always protected. Furthermore, we cannot forget the importance of players like Robert Pires and Frederick Ljungberg, who brought dynamism and energy to the wings. Pires, with his vision of the game and ability to finish, and Ljungberg with his tireless movement and tactical intelligence, key pieces in Wenger's scheme. Unshakable defense. The secret behind the Invincibles. Often, when talking about Arsenal does Invincibles, the focus is on their fulminant attack. But what many forget is that this team was also defensively solid. In fact, This defensive solidity was the basis of all of Arsenal's success that season. Sol Campbell and Kolo Touré formed one of the most ruthless centre-back pairings in the club's history. Combining physical strength, speed, and reading the game, they were practically intraspawnable. On the sides, Ashley Cole and Lauren were tireless. Cole, considered by many to be the best left-back in the world at that time, was both a threat in attack and a wall in defense. Lauren, on the other side, was also solid, ensuring the team was not vulnerable in defensive transition. And of course, in goal, Jens Lehmann was a true wall. With quick reflexes and a strong personality, Lehmann brought security to the team. He played all 38 Premier League games that season, and his often miraculous saves ensured Arsenal remained unbeaten. The great tests, decisive games. Although Arsenal spent much of the season dominating their opponents, there were times when their unbeaten record was seriously threatened. One of those moments was in the match against Liverpool at Anfield. Arsenal were 2-1 down at half-time, and the pressure was at its peak. But it was at this moment that the team showed its true character. Thierry Henry, with an out-of-this-world performance, led the comeback, scoring 3 goals and securing an epic victory by 4-2. It was one of the most memorable performances of the season and a clear sign that this team was destined for greatness. Another crucial game was against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. With Chelsea investing heavily in new players, many believed they could be responsible for ending Arsenal's unbeaten run. But, once again, Arsenal showed their class, winning 2-1, with goals from Vieira and Edu. That victory all but sealed the fate of the Premier League, putting Arsenal in an almost unassailable position at the top. The moment of glory, undefeated champions. Finally, the big moment arrived. On the 15th of May 2004, Arsenal faced Leicester City at Highbury, knowing that a win would make them undefeated champions. However, as happened so often that season, the game was not easy. Leicester took the lead, scoring the first goal. But Arsenal, with the calm and confidence that has defined them all season, did not panic. They equalized with a Thierry Henry goal, and then Patrick Vieira sealed the victory with a goal that perfectly summed up the season. Determination, skill, and leadership. When the final whistle sounded, euphoria took over the stadium. Arsenal were officially the undeviated champions of the Premier League, a feat no other team had achieved in the modern era. Players celebrated with the fans, and the emotion was written on everyone's faces. That was a moment for history, the award of the Golden Trophy. After the match, the moment everyone was waiting for came, the delivery of the Golden Trophy. Unlike the traditional Premier League trophy, this was a special symbol, created to honor Arsenal's incredible achievement. Made of pure gold, the trophy glittered under the stadium lights, as players lifted it in celebration. Each player also received a miniature trophy, personal memento of their participation in one of the greatest achievements in football history. The party continued on the streets of London, with more than 350,000 fans celebrating the triumph of their heroes. It was a celebration that lasted days, and which is still remembered fondly by Arsenal fans. The global impact of the Invincibles. Arsenal's achievement did not go unnoticed on the world stage. The international press was ecstatic with the feat, and Arsenal gained admirers in all corners of the planet. From that moment on, the name Invincibles became synonymous with excellence, determination, and perfection in football. Arsene Wenger was hailed as a tactical genius, and his players became legends. But beyond global recognition, the Invincibles' impact was also felt at home. Arsenal inspired a new generation of fans and players who grew up watching a team that showed that perfection is possible in football. They have become an example of how a united team, with the right mindset, can achieve great things, regardless of the challenges they face. An eternal legacy. The Invincibles' legacy goes beyond victories and trophies. They left an indelible mark on football history, showing that the game can be played with style, but also with an unwavering determination to win. They inspired teams and players around the world to strive for perfection, and their feat will be remembered for generations. And even now, decades after that glorious moment, the name Arsenal Invincibles still resonates with power and prestige. They became a living legend, a reference of excellence in the sport. ending with call to action. If you are a football fan and appreciate incredible stories like this, be sure to follow the channel, like the video, and share with your friends. And of course, stay tuned for the next video that is already appearing on the screen. Don't miss any more interesting facts in the world of football.